My name is Joy Singleton, and I'm a senior here at Limestone University. I'm from York, South Carolina, and I came here in 2017. I'll be graduating this May in 2021. It's really been a journey these last 4 years here, discovering myself and my purpose. I've always thought that my art really didn't have a meaning, and that was really just for my personal enjoyment. I came to realize that all my work actually has a similarity in the fact that I've always related my art to the experiences that I've had in my life. My show features multiple dinner sets, as well as my friends' portraits, my travel series, quarantine series, and my Exceptionality Series. Something these series all have in common is my influences from Vincent van Gogh and his use of bright, bold colors and his visual brushstrokes. I'm actually really interested in being able to see the process and work that goes into a piece of art. As demonstrated in my selection of art, I primarily work with the media of painting, mixed media drawings, and ceramics. Being able to use this wide variety of media has broadened my horizons and helped form myself and my style of art. I came here originally just knowing how to draw with just pencil and was afraid of any other medium. Taking classes with Professor Ford has really forced me to broaden my media and really helped me to broaden my style as well. Most of these pieces were actually created in her class, so I'm really thankful for her and her impact on me. My travel series was created in my advanced drawing class, and that's where I felt that I was on a path to creating my own style. I learned with the small series that developing my style really begins with being able to create consistency between multiple pieces. It also demonstrates my love of abstraction and bright colors. The series features the 3 cities that I'm most frequently in, which is York, Gastonia, and Gaffney, and the city that I was supposed to travel to last year, Venice, but due to the pandemic, that trip was canceled. The cities are significant to me because they are my home, and the people in these places have come to mean so much to me. The portrait drawings of my friends are one of my favorites because I just feel like they are so fun and colorful. They reflect their personalities being abstracted as they are all artists themselves. They are the people who have been the most influential to me in my time in college. The Quarantine Series is a personal documentation of reflections and thoughts brought about during the beginning of this COVID-19 pandemic. The drawings I created were a journal project that challenged us to produce a drawing each day. It was one of my biggest series and was the most challenging as I had to create something new every single day for almost a month. I had a lot of fun doing it though, as I got to work with mixed media. I used Copic markers as a base, and then used colored pencil for the shading and the details, and then black pen for the outline. My Exceptionality Series was actually made the same way. The 4 drawings represent a different challenge that some children might deal with. This idea came from my love of teaching children. I actually taught after-school art at Hendrick Elementary School last year, and I really enjoyed it. I worked with all types of children and wanted to really inspire all of them. And as most may know, every child is different in their own way. So as a teacher, you really have to have a good connection with them to have a good impact in their life. The series shows my desire to be able to understand every single one of them. Ceramics has become my favorite medium to work with, therefore it really takes up a majority of my show. I enjoy making functional pieces mainly because the feeling of eating out of a handmade bowl or drinking out of a handmade mug is really satisfying to me. One of my favorite mugs was actually made by my friend Caitlin in our first ceramic class together. Last semester, I created dinner sets because I've come to admire the experience and intimacy of having a meal with family, and as well as the experience and intimacy that comes from working with clay. Many families actually eat off paper plates now because it's just easier to clean up, but I grew up eating off of real dishes. I just feel like it makes the meal taste better. The experience and intimacy of creating the dinner sets will hopefully let me be a part of meals that they will hold. I start the process of making ceramics with a ball of clay, and that is then wedged, and then I throw it on a wheel where it will be shaped into the desired form. You really have to work for and care for the clay, as you must keep it wet at some stages, and then you have to let it dry slowly, otherwise it will just fall apart or warp. When creating these dinner sets, you really have to learn to be consistent. Practicing consistency is a major part of my work, as it creates unity, which is something I strive for in my art. I really want everything I make to work together. The process of creating ceramics comes to an end when I open the kiln, which is one of my favorite parts because the end result really feels like receiving a trophy for all my hard work. The experience of clay has created growth in myself and my art, and it really develops character, patience, forgiveness, and it teaches you that it's okay to let go of things. I think that clay is symbolic of life, actually, because when we mess up, we always have the option of starting over again to better ourselves. And with that, I'm very appreciative of everyone that has come to my show and everyone for listening to my art talk. Thank you.